Hey everybody, Max Scoville here for Rev3 Games, and I'm in beautiful, noisy, sunny downtown San Francisco, and I'm at the Ubisoft offices. I'm about to go get hands-on for the first time ever with Splinter Cell Blacklist, multiplayer, and co-op. These are things that you don't usually see in a stealth game, but as previous Splinter Cell games have proven, they can make it work. A lot of fans have been clamoring for the return of Spies versus Mercs, and that is something that Splinter Cell Blacklist is bringing to the table, so let's go see how it is.
Interrupting.
Told you this would get messy.
For people who aren't familiar with it, what is Spies versus Mercs in a nutshell?
Well, it's the most intense strategic stealth action multiplayer game that you're going to find.
My God.
That's a nice kill.
We've got two teams. We've got spies who have to infiltrate a facility, locate three computer terminals with vital information. They got to hack those things before time runs out. On the flip side, we've got Mercs. Their job, shut them down by any means necessary. And these guys are armed to the teeth, they're heavily armored, they're the quintessential Merc, right? And the spies they're stealth. And they're getting in there, they're using shadows to their advantage. They're climbing walls, they're through vents, they're where you least expect them to be. And the Mercs, they're down on the ground and they're dominating that. They've got first-person perspective, 180-degree awareness, so everything that's in front of them is dead. We've got the spies who've got a much more heightened awareness, right? They've got 360 degrees, third-person perspective, so they can kind of get a sense of what's around them, get up into high spots and see the lay of the land, figure out what they want to do, where they got to go, get it done, and then disappear. The Merc, we're looking at providing the intel, right? They can't always see in the shadows. That's not their playground, right? They want the light. So sometimes you need to employ a gadget that you can place that highlights where those spies are. It lights them up essentially, and then you can suddenly see them. And that intel is shared with your teammates. We have the Hunter. That's one of the presets, and he has this aerial drone that he can deploy. And when he does that, that's usually when you know, okay, you know what, we got a spy, he's hacking, we can't get up there, but I got this thing. So you can fly it right into a vent, and if he doesn't see it coming, you can not only send that information of where he is back to your teammates, or detonate it, deadly effect, takes them right out.
On the Spies side, you've got some very, you've got the active camo ghillie suit.
This is exciting, right? You can't always find the shadows in that moment. You're
take
cornered,
the shadows with you.
You take the shadows with you. That's exactly right. And so this is a very powerful and a very versatile guy, but it works in short bursts. So you have to be very careful about when you use it, right? You run too far of a distance and you use it too soon, you don't want to suddenly appear in front of a Merc, especially not in front of it.
Thinking there might be some options inside those silos.
Obviously, stealth games are kind of inherently a single-player medium, but I think the addition of co-op, though some people might think it's kind of tacked on, I think it actually works in the case of Blacklist because you know, you've got your partner with you, and if they screw up and you both fail the mission, it actually puts a real emphasis and a real necessity on communication. And you really need to plot out what you're doing, and you have not one but two loadouts to plan for. So if you know one person is handling the non-lethal stuff, the other person is handling the more lethal stuff, demolitions and things, and it's a sort of a two-part mission where in the beginning you can't kill anybody or get caught, but later on you've got a whole bunch of dudes flooding in at you. You've got a whole different layer of strategy there.
Let's move before someone spots us.
We wanted to show off a couple of maps today that were more stealth than the maps we've shown off in the past. So one is a Briggs mission called Missile Plant, and in that mission you have to start out infiltrating an Indian missile base. Now the Indian military are friendly, so you can't kill them, they can't know you were there, so it's a lot harder to get in for the action, maybe the action player. But overall we try and put a lot of different variety in all of our modes. As you're playing through this single-player campaign, you're able to talk to these different characters that are part of 4th Echelon, and they unlock missions for you. And even some of the 4th Echelon missions can actually be played single-player. We know we have a big single-player following, so we want to give players those opportunities. If they're more comfortable playing ghosting a map, excuse me, by themselves, and they don't want that buddy that's going to mess it all up for them, they can. We know a lot of our fans see daylight maps, and they get kind of worried that we're not supporting stealth, but every daylight map in the entire game supports stealth. You can ghost it. So we really want to showcase that today, show players that, you know, there's a lot less shadows to cling to, of course, but it's all about breaking line of sight. It's all about using distraction gadgets to your advantage, and then cooperating, of course, watching each other's backs, marking enemies out so that each player can see them, and trying to cause distractions and chaos wherever you can.
There you go. Perfect.
Splinter Cell Blacklist. It is out August 20th on all the current gen consoles. Who knows about next gen? I sure don't. Who it's going to be on that Wii U screen? I definitely don't know that. Anyway, you can check out the rest of our coverage right here on Rev 3 Games. I am Max Scoville. Take it easy.